Hello everybody, this is Carmen from Easy Language and welcome back to my Basic Cantonese grammar video. Today I am going to teach you how to tell the date. Now let's begin by talking about calendars. So firstly, the Gregorian calendar. This is a solar calendar that is used internationally and it is the calendar most commonly used in daily life around the world. And that includes in Chinese-speaking communities like China and in Hong Kong. It is based on the Earth's orbit around the Sun and is divided into 12 months, so that is why it is called a solar calendar. Now the Gregorian calendar is linear and consistent, with the length of each month fixed, which means it varies between 28 and 31 days, giving us 365 days a year. Although it originated in the West, it is now commonly used throughout modern-day Asia. Now, the Chinese lunar calendar is also known as the agricultural or the yin calendar, and it is what we call a lunar solar calendar, which is based on both the moon and the sun phases. Now, the months in this calendar are based on the lunar cycle, which starts with the new moon, and so each month is about 29.5 days long. This means that a year is either 12 or 13 months, so it's not as consistent as the Gregorian solar calendar. Although it's not as widely used in daily life anymore, the Chinese lunar calendar is still lined with important agricultural seasons and traditional festivals like the Spring Festival, Mid-Autumn Festival, and so on. And it is also used in other parts of Asia as well, so like Korea, Vietnam, Mongolia, and so on. So this actually explains why traditional festivals fall on different days every year. In Chinese culture, we have a tradition with starting with the largest unit first. So in terms of dates, that would mean we start with the year because it is the longest in duration, followed by the month, followed by the day. So the format would look like this, instead of the day, month, year format we use in Europe or the month, day, year format they use in North America. So how do we say the year? It's actually very simple. You need one very important word, which is the year, so which is the word for year, and of course you need to know how to count. Now, to say the year is actually very simple. All you need to do is say each individual number that makes up the year plus the word year. So example, let's say it's 2023. In Chinese, we say this, 2023年, literally 2023 year. 1921, for example, we say 1921年, 1921 year, or the year of 1921. It is literally as simple as number, year. Now let's look at how we would say the month. So to say the month, you need this word, which is 月, meaning month. And you will need to know how to count from 1 to 12 because there are 12 months in the year. What you need to do is say the number of the month's position in the year and then the word 月 for month. Now what I mean by that is this. Let's say January, it is the first month of the year. We just say month 1 or 1 month and it is just 月. If you want to say June, it is month 6 in the year, it's the 6th month. We say 6月, 6th month. And for December, because it's the 12th month, we say 12月, the 12th month. So basically, it's literally just your number and the word for month. As simple as that. Now, how do we say the date? Again, all we need are numbers and this special word, which is 后. There's another word, which is 日. This is in more standard Chinese, not so much in spoken Cantonese. So in spoken Cantonese, we usually just say the word 后. So literally it's just number plus 后. Let's say today is the first day of the month, so we say 一號, number 1, day number 1 of the month. If it's the 23rd, it is day number 23, we say 23號. So it's literally just as simple as number plus the word for day or number, which is 號. As with telling dates in every other language, you cannot avoid the day of the week because it is equally essential in the context of dates. The concept of a week is relatively new in Chinese culture, so it doesn't have ancient roots the way the other components have. So the whole forming the day of the week kind of rule is a little bit different. You will need this word. This word is week. Now, there are two common ways of saying week in Cantonese. One is 禮拜 and one is 星期. They both mean exactly the same thing. Some people, or most people, we use both, just depending on how we feel. There is no specific rule to when you use what. 禮拜 has more religious connotations, so it's believed to be derived from the Portuguese word for the Sabbath, which was introduced to Chinese communities through Macau. Now, 星期 just means star period, and this one has more ancient roots to it. But like I said, apart from the different origins, both word means week, and we use both equally. To say the week, we have to say the word 星期 or 禮拜 first, unlike the previous components where we say the number. So we say 星期 or 禮拜 and then the number. So the number of the day's position in the week. So basically, word for week and number. Now, let's go through the days of week. Now, like I just said, you need the numbers, but you only need 1 to 6 and not 1 to 7. I'll explain why you don't need 7 in a bit. So remember, you can say 星期 as well, but I'm going to use 禮拜 just to keep things concise. So Monday is the first day of the week, considered the first day of the week. So we say 禮拜一, 一 for 1. Tuesday, 禮拜二. Wednesday, 禮拜三. Thursday, 禮拜四. Friday, 禮拜五. And Saturday, 禮拜六. Pretty straightforward, right? Now, Sunday, this is where it's weird because many people would expect it to be 禮拜七. Now, there are different explanations and theories to why it's not 禮拜七, it's 禮拜日. Yat, this word in itself means day. It can also mean the sun. So it makes sense, 禮拜日, literally Sunday. This could also be the idea that a week is a cycle, right? So the word 星期 means star period, star cycle. So because a cycle is like circular, right? It's not linear. So Sunday is like the turning point. So it marks both the first day of the week and the last day of the week. So because it's quite special, there's a special name for it. So that is one explanation that I find that makes sense. There are different explanations to do with like religion and so on. You can look that up if you would like. Now let's look at some key phrases associated with telling the date. The first one is yesterday. Now there are two here, but they are really just a pronunciation difference or pronunciation variation. So there isn't really anything cultural, I don't think, to why there is two words for yesterday. So you have尋日 and琴日. So again, I'm one of those people who use both. You can do so too, or you can just choose one you like and stick to it. Fortunately, we only have one word for today, which is 今日. 今日. And then for tomorrow, we have 聽日. 聽日. Now, this is one very important word that we use a lot in Cantonese, and that is 係. Now, 係 here I listed it down as is, but it basically means am, are, is, was, were, be, been, basically to be in English. Something that Cantonese teachers don't often mention or emphasize is that 係, even though we say it means it am, are, is, it doesn't exactly mean exactly the same thing. It's not used in the exact same way. Usually, it is only used before a noun. So, for example, if I want to say today is Monday, Monday is a proper noun. Therefore, it is a noun, so you can use 係 with days of the week. You can also use 係 with the dates. But you cannot use 係 with adjectives. For example, I am happy. You can't say I 係 happy. You can't say that. You also can't use it with verbs. I am reading, for example. I've seen many students make this mistake of saying I 係 reading. That's also grammatically, technically not correct. So, 係 is used mostly before nouns. Now, let's piece everything together. So, this is your structure, like I mentioned before. But, as I said, day of the week can go either at the start or at the end of the whole date, but not in the middle. So, you can put this at the end. I'm just going to put it at the front just so that's easier for us to kind of navigate. So, I'm going to start off with this example. Wednesday, 1st of November, 2023. So first we start with the word Wednesday, which is 禮拜三. Again, you can say 星期三. That's also perfectly fine. And then you have your year, which is 2023年 2023 year. And then your month, which is 11月 11th month. And then finally you have the day, which is 1號 the first day. So if you were to say this date in full, it would literally just be 禮拜三2023年11月1號. Obviously without the breakage, you just say it smoothly. So it kind of just looks like this. Wednesday 2023, November 1st. Now let's add in the key phrases. Now this is the structure. So in Cantonese, the sentence structure is pretty much similar to the basic sentence structure in English. You have the subject, verb, object structure. 今日 is today, that is your subject. 係 is your verb, and then the date is your object. So 今日係 date. Today is the date. 尋日係 the date. 尋日 is yesterday. You can also say 琴日. 聽日係 the date. Tomorrow is the date. So here we are. Let's say today is Tuesday. We say 今日係星期二. Here, it doesn't actually have to be the full date. It can just be the day of the week. 今日係星期二. Let's say tomorrow is 12th of June. 聽日係6月12號. Remember, month and then day. And now let's say yesterday was Sunday, 7th of April, 1996. So a little note quickly. So remember when I told you in my previous video, in English we have the tenses. In Cantonese, we don't have that. We have verbal aspects to mark time. The word 係 doesn't need a verbal aspect. So regardless of whether something was, whether something is, or will be, we just use 係. So there's no such thing as 係咗 or anything. So don't do any of that. Right, so yesterday, right, again you can use 琴日 or 尋日. I'm just going to use 尋日. So 琴日 in this sentence. 琴日係禮拜日1996年4月7號. Again, 琴日係禮拜日1996年4月7號. Let's say today is Thursday, 31st of January 1929. Same idea. 今日係星期四1929年1月31號. Once again, 今日係星期四1929年1月31號. Today is Thursday, 31st of January, 1929. Alright, so that's all I have for today's video. So a little bit of a contextual note before we finish. We don't usually have to say the full date in normal conversation. For appointments, for dates of births, or for special dates, yes, maybe, but usually in a regular conversation, we should just say like either the day of the week or just like today's date. For example, I might say today is Thursday. 今日係星期四. That's quite common. I might also say today is the Thursday 2nd of November. So I could also say that. So 今日係11月2號. 2nd of November. So rarely you would have to say both the day, month, and the year, including the day of the week. So very rarely do you have to say that, unless you're recording a specific day of something, or something happening. So that is all I have to say. Right, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you very much for watching. As usual, I really appreciate it. If you liked the video, if you learned something new, please like, please subscribe, and leave me a comment below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!